So this is the original function f of x. In this video, I'm going to show you how to graph the transformation of this function using the transformations that are shown here. Now, quick warning, I'm at home under the COVID-19 stay-at-home protocols, so you might hear a dog barking in the background, or my daughter loves to sing while she's cooking, and we have a Seder tomorrow because it's Passover. So just, atmosphere, environment might be part of this video. So just be ready for that. So the way we're going to approach this is to take some key points from each part of this graph and then do the transformations shown here to each of those points. So let's start with this first part of the graph right here. Okay, so I have these three key points: boom, boom, and boom. Those are the key points that I'm going to be using. All right, I'm going to try to give myself a good amount of space if I can. Transformations take some space sometimes. Okay, so I'm going to have my x's here and my y's will be here. So this first point is the point, you know what, maybe I should go from left to right. I think that's what I'll do. I'll go from left to right. So the first point is -6, 4. So I'm going to have -6, 4. And then the next point is -5, 1. And then finally we have -4, 0. You know what? I'm remembering how another teacher always does this, Miss Rivera, who is awesome, and she breaks it down sort of like this. So I'm going to put fewer lines. So in this way, I'm going to show that these 3 points go to one part of the graph. I think I'll do it like Miss Rivera does it. Now, for the next part of the graph, I'm going to be looking at these 3 key points. So here's a key point that I'm going to need. Here's another key point. And here is the third key point that I'm going to use. All right, so the first one is -4, -4. So we'll have -4, -4. And then 0, 0. And then 2, -2. So we will have 2, -2. And then I'll go ahead and put my line here to show that that's another section of the function that's done. And for the third and final section, I'm going to use these 3 key points. This one, and I think I'll do this one and this one. All right, so those points will be 2, 4, and 4, 6, and 5, 7. All right, now let's talk transformations. Okay, there are actually 4 transformations here. Some of them are happening to the y values, and some of them will be happening to the x values. I'm going to start with the y value transformations. Anything that's happening outside of the function, all right, like the negative and the 2 here, that's going to be happening to the y value. Okay, so also this -3. So these transformations will happen to the y value. That's why when we do the new y values are going to come from having -2y minus 3. Okay, that's where the new y values are going to come from, because we're going to do these two transformations. We're going to multiply by -2 and we're going to subtract 3. So that will give us our new y values. In fact, I think I'll just make another column. All right, like this. Okay, so my new x values are going to come from what's going on inside the function. All right, so this is going to affect my x values. Now be careful because whatever's going on inside the function is the opposite of what it looks like. So this is actually a shift left 1. So that's why my new x values will be x minus 1 values. So let's do those two transformations to the key values. So I said for my new y values, I'm going to do -2 times y minus 3. So -2 times 4, that's -8, minus 3 is -11. Interesting. -2 times 1 is -2, minus 3 is -5. -2 times 0 is 0, minus 3 is -3. So those are my new y values. Now for the new x values. For the new x values, I just do x minus 1. So -6 minus 1 is -7, -5 minus 1 is -6, and -4 minus 1 is -5. All right. Doing the same thing in the next section, 2 times y minus 3. So -2 times y minus 3. -2 times -4 is +8. Minus 3 is 5. We already saw that 0 gives us -3. Now, -2 times -2 is +4. Minus 3 is 1. Okay, now for the x values, again, we're subtracting 1. So -4 minus 1 is -5. 0 minus 1 is -1. 2 minus 1 is 1. And the last section, -2 times 4, well, we already know that's -11. -2 times 6 is -12. And then minus 3 is -15. All right, so this is going to go off the graph, guys. Sorry. -2 times 7 is -14. Minus 3 is -17. Okay, so that's way off the graph. Oh well, we will do our best. Now, subtracting 1 from everything gives us 1, 3, and 4. So, all we have to do now is graph these red points and purple points and green points, and that will give us the transformation. So, let's graph -7, -11. -7, and remember, that's going to be like this point up here, all right? It's not the end point, it's this point. So -7, -11, all right, even that is off the graph a little ways. Let's see, so this is 8. I feel like, let me change colors. All right, so let's call this 9, 10, 11 would be like around there somewhere. Okay, so -7, -11 would be here-ish. All right, -6, -5. So -6, -5 will be right here. That's this point. And then -5, -3 would be right here. So you can see that this is sort of a mirror image. It's, it's upside down, but this was this point, kind of the starting point is right here. So I can tell that it's going to be curving in this direction, like that. All right, now let's do the middle section, which hopefully will actually be on the graph. -5, 5 would be right here. Remember, this is an open circle, so I'm going to do the same. Okay, now the next point is going to be -1, -3. So -1, -3 is right here, and that's this corner piece. And then finally, 1, 1, which is the new open circle. So 1, 1 is right here, open circle. All right, so let's just connect those. Okay, I've got to turn on my lock drawing mode. All right, so there you go. Now, that just leaves the third part, which scares me because it's so far off the graph. I'm not happy about it. So my first point is going to be at 1, -11. So that's really going to drop down. So I'm just going to estimate as best I can. So 1, -11. So this would be like 9, 10, 11 would be, let's say, right here. Okay, this is this point. This is the starting point right here. So whatever comes next, the arrow is going to come off of this point. But next I have 3, -15. So 3, -15. So this is 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 would be like here. And then I have 4, -17. So 4 and -17 is going to be like here. Remember, this was the initial point, so I'm going to start my arrow from there. All right, and I hate that I'm just going right through my previous problem. But hey, that was in a different video, so we don't care. All right, so there you go. If you, I got to zoom out so you can see it all. But this gives you a pretty good idea of what the function looks like after we do all these transformations. We have this piece here, the purple piece, and the green piece.